We got back to the recruiter again. He was my favorite character in season 2 in his limited time there, and he was meant to be a true believer in the Squid Game's capitalist system. And he got his start, which he reveals to Gi-hun, as a lower level Squid Games employee. You can clearly see how the perpetuated false notion of meritocracy has given bro a bit of a god complex and true dedication to loyalty and belief in the system that he was able to profit off of. He got lucky. The recruiter was lucky enough to be hired as an employee rather than a participant, and he was lucky enough to get promoted as far as he was. He views his good luck and opportunity that was not given to the participants anyways as a sure meritocracy endorsed sign that he must be special and chosen for the slightly better off fate. His chosen, somewhat affluent supremacy he bears proudly, and it extends even further than just within his role as the recruiter. With his own money, the recruiter gambles with homeless people and asks them whether they want a piece of bread that can feed them now, or a lottery ticket that could have the opportunity to maybe even change their life and get them off the street. The recruiter makes sure that all of the homeless people can see him, visibly offering everybody the same choice between gambling for a chance to come back to a life of respectable dignity and eating not even a full meal. Obviously, the homeless people recognize that a single piece of bread is not even a full meal and not nearly as valuable as being able to actually get a place to sleep for the night, and so they're incentivized by the system to gamble their food away for a chance at a better life. At the end, the recruiter, and this was my favorite example of his gross supremacist framework, stomps on all of the leftover slices of bread for no reason other than to extract pleasure from the saddened faces of the homeless people who weren't lucky enough to have won something less likely than getting struck by lightning and now have nothing to eat. His delight at the majority of homeless people choosing the lottery tickets he channels into stomping the remainder of the bread in front of everybody. It was done to punish them, to make them feel less than for not only not choosing the quote-unquote correct option, but for not being lucky enough to have won anything from that gamble. The recruiter's ideology is rooted in believing that he is special. The recruiter represents someone who has worked within the evil part of the system and thinks that he not only had the good luck of being in a position to work for the Squid Games people, but he was lucky and skilled enough to climb up their ladder. Those homeless people, because they weren't lucky enough to win big, deserve to be homeless in the eyes of the recruiter. This is explicitly where a steadfast belief in meritocracy takes you. It takes away your ability to empathize, to be a fucking human being. Anyways, that was the most badass scene in season 2.